What's up, guys? Brian Second Fitness here today, and today we're going to be talking about diabetes. It's something I put my cause and effect paper over in literature in is it called literature composition. We picked in that. I did my cause and effect paper on diabetes, the causes and effects of diabetes. So when we talk about diabetes, we get sidetracked a little bit about sugar, but it's not just sugar, carbohydrates. It's not just a blood glucose level. So it originates from this: is that the hormone insulin is produced by the pancreas. It's produced and formed in the pancreas, and its main job. No other hormone can do it but insulin as efficiently and fast as it can, because it was made to regulate blood glucose level. And the thing about this, we look at diabetics, and the blood glucose level is usually too high or too low. And when it's too high or too low, insulin cannot be produced. It cannot form. And when it's not, we're going to look at artificial ways. We're going to be looking at unnatural ways of getting it back in our system so it can stabilize our blood glucose level. And when we're eating so many carbohydrates, we have a carbohydrate intake that is way too high for our body. Even our metabolism, we're going to be gaining weight, gaining fat, because metabolism can burn off. If you have low metabolism, it can burn off. If you have a high metabolism, it can burn it off. Along with that, even so. But the thing about this is, people like my grandmother who got type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, it's temporary. You can get rid of type 1 diabetes. I can tell you something. Type 2 diabetes, once you do that damage to your body, once the hormone insulin, when your blood glucose level is too high or too low, and you keep increasing your carbohydrate intake, you're going to be increasing it off the skies. That's something new, off the skies. I come up with so much commentary when I'm talking to you guys. Off the skies. Dun, dun, dun. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. Ben 10. He's Ben 10. So if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, creepy, fast and strong. He's every shape and size. He's Ben 10. He's Ben 10. On with powers, he's on the case, fighting off people from Earth or space. He'll never stop till he makes them pay, 'cause he's the baddest kid to ever save the day. He's Ben 10. He's Ben 10. That's my favorite show, the original Ben 10. Where Ben 10 was like a freaking 5-year-old, and the graphics was so bad, and my nigga Stinkfly be looking like Big Chill. He need to go back to he needs to relocate to the Antarctica. This nigga, it blue. Stinkfly is not blue. He's green. He's supposed to resemble, the ucky, the farting. He's supposed to resemble, the gut coming out of the mouth. Spit, boogers, all that gross stuff. That's why he's called Stinkfly. And when you give him the physique looking exactly, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have his back like this, like he does. And he's like flying. He has his back like that. Because his legs, they're like that, and his feet are like that. Like when the football team is like trained like that. Like the crab dance, the Mr. Crab dance, I like to call it, because it doesn't actually do anything for you. But burn fat. It's great cardio at that, but that's it. Anyways, getting back from the Ben 10 song, is that when we really talk about diabetes, it means so. It's a subject, because my grandpa, he died of it. My grandpa Max, he died. I'm joking. My grandpa, actually, he didn't die because of that. He died because of, it's not sepsis. It was not sepsis, but I think that he choked on his food. He choked on his eggs. He loved scrambled eggs. He loved them to death. He loved bacon. He liked all that stuff. But he did my grandmother, she doesn't even try to control her blood glucose level. She doesn't even try to control how many carbohydrates she intakes to make sure that it's at a constant, to make sure that it's not going up, it's not elevating, it's not decreasing at a rate where insulin cannot be made, and the glucogen, it cannot even help that. So the blood glucose level, it's not even stabilized. It's far from stabilized. And when I talk about this again, this video is going to be called Type 1 Diabetes and Type 2 Diabetes. Type 1 diabetes can be preventable if you make sure that your carbohydrate intake is that it doesn't increase, doesn't elevate, doesn't decrease at a fast amount. It's an intermediate fasting, really fast, like fast as the Flash I'm talking about, guys. Fast as the Flash. So yeah, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, it can be easily managed with how much sugar you intake, the carbohydrates, to make sure that your carbohydrates is not increasing a lot. And it's going to be affecting your blood glucose level if the hormone insulin, if it can even regulate it. And at this point, it can still be made, it can still be produced, it can still be formed correctly in the pancreas. Now there's going to be a little blockage for the insulin to kick in and to actually regulate the blood glucose level because of all these carbohydrates you're intaking, and whether you have a corrupted carbohydrate intake, your high blood glucose level or a low blood glucose level. Type 1 diabetes, it can be prevented. We can prevent this. There's hope for type 1 diabetes. There's hope. I can tell you guys right now, there's a lot of hope. There's far more hope than that. Than type 1. Type 2 diabetes. Type 1. And glucogen, again, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit rough. It's like a morning run when you got in the morning and you're freezing your ass off. This talks from experience. Excuse me. I went out. My mouth tastes like yogurt right now. So if any girls want to kiss me, I'm gonna taste like yogurt. You're gonna taste like yogurt too. My girls, all my Bronze Sticker Fitness girls out there, you keep your eye on me. I'm not gonna lose my eye on you, babe. Okay. Other than that part, I think there was a family at the park. I think they just slept because of how weird I was going and how I was getting in depth with my video. But honestly, I'm not gonna stop for anybody. But anyways, getting back to that, and she doesn't even try to make it easy so insulin can regulate it without a worry. They can regulate it really efficiently, and along with glucogen, they can work together really fast to get your blood glucose level stabilized. And so many carbohydrates add to the factor is that when your blood glucose level is too high or too low, when you're consuming way too many carbohydrates for your body, you're increasing your intake of carbohydrates, or you're having less carbohydrates. It's going to make it even harder for insulin to be produced. And when we get into type 2 diabetes, type 1 can be prevented easily. If you maintain your carbohydrate level, your carbohydrate intake, you don't increase it or decrease it by a high level where your body, it cannot process. It cannot process, and then again, type 1 diabetes. So the hormone insulin, it can be made efficiently produced by the pancreas, and the liver can supply the sugar to the hormone insulin. So the hormone insulin can regulate blood glucose level along with glucogen regulating the blood glucose level. When we talk about that, it's fine. Your blood glucose level, it's fine. It's stabilized at that period. Drop the beat. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, it's Ben 10. This is gonna be a Ben 10 overload video for you guys. I feel sorry for you. Actually, I don't feel sorry for you. You can go. You can get the hell out of here. I don't want to see your face at the end of the day. I'm joking. I love you guys. I'm just joking around right now. Anyways, and type 2 diabetes is what my grandmother has. She's gonna die one day. It's very sad. Someone you used to love, any family member, even at that, and to know what they're doing, the unhealthy habits, they're keeping these unhealthy habits. They're not trying to change themselves, and she's not trying to make it easier for insulin, the hormone insulin or glucogen, to regulate your blood glucose level. But type 1 diabetes is really about glucogen regulating your blood glucose level. Second one is really about insulin, is that the hormone insulin is the thing is, if glucogen is, there's really never a time that glucogen Again, it's not as efficient. It's not as powerful. It's not as fast working as insulin. Is not as powerful as the hormone insulin to regulate blood glucose level. But glucagon, it regulates blood glucose level, and that's in type 1. Type 2 diabetes is where you have a blood glucose level that's too high or too low, and because it's too high or too low, usually a corrupted carbohydrate intake. Think about this: you keep increasing it, and you don't stop. You don't remain a constant. You don't set a carbohydrate intake that you have, just a daily intake of carbohydrates that you have for a day. The thing about this is that it makes it even harder for insulin, for the hormone insulin to be made. And guess what? It's not made because blood glucose level is too high or too low. And when it's too high or too low, the hormone insulin, it's not made. And glucagon, it's one hormone. Glucagon is one hormone. Insulin is one hormone. Insulin is the powerhouse of the pancreas. You see, I'm making a joke. The powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria. Huh? I got you there, guys. It's a pretty, yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of video for you guys. Not gonna stop. Okay, oh, crap. Oh yeah, so type 2 diabetes, it can't be prevented, and you have to rely on insulin shots because hormone insulin, it cannot be made in the body to regulate your blood glucose level. When it's not being made in the body to regulate your blood glucose level, and you're not stabilizing your carbohydrate intake, when it's not that, it's going to make it even harder. And if the insulin shots even work so they can supply the insulin, the hormone insulin, artificial insulin to your body so it can stabilize your blood glucose level so it's not spiraling out of control, going too low or getting too high ever again, so that glucagon can again work with it. But glucagon is the only hormone that's going to work at this point because that's not really affected. Insulin, it's a hormone made to regulate your blood glucose level. Man, it's the main one, as I talk about. And type 2 diabetes, like my grandmother has, it's when the hormone insulin, it's not being made. You have to rely on insulin. Blood glucose level is still corrupted too high or too low. And the thing about this is insulin is not going to be made. The hormone insulin is not going to be made. And because you don't have insulin, you might have glucagon, you don't have the hormone insulin. When you don't have the hormone insulin, it's the major one. If you have the other one, then yeah, you know how they say like a duo is the best. You know, just you have to have this with this, like cutting with bulking. This dumb piece of shit told me on my YouTube account. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I update my website almost every day. I update my YouTube account. I have like freaking 5 uploads now for today. He said I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I said, I'm not going there with you. You can go fuck off. And I hope that God forgives you one day for what you did, for how you are. You think you're better than everybody else. You think that you're basically God. You're a sentient being. You think that nobody's above you. You think that you're the highest at the row, highest in the hierarchy that you can be, and you're the highest in the food chain. You're just the main bitch, the main guy, as I like to talk about. These stupid asses with a fucking doom buggy were going by. I was like, what the hell are you doing? This is not the fucking Sahara Desert. Like Napoleon Dynamite when his mother just falls out and gets crippled. Ugh, freaking idiot. Okay, that's my impression, even at that, of Napoleon Dynamite. So, in this video, it's ending, guys. But just know that I care about you more than you can possibly ever know. I love you guys, really. You support me like a family. You love me like a family. I'm gonna love you and support you like a family back. Bye, guys. Brian Sticker, finish out. See you, but everybody elegant. On the news, in the suit, on the news, everybody dog food. Shut down, everybody dog food. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Thrill me. Wait. Oh, that's sun's usually not as bright. Anyway. Okay, let's get back to this. Now, this is before I go on even farther. This is they don't really care about it. What I say is that they don't really care about us. Wait. Oh boy. I believe I can fly. Oh! Oh! Okay, that seems that didn't work, guys. Ah. Oh boy. Bumped. You know, Brian Sticker, the daily dose of Brian Sticker Fitness here today. Daily dose of idiocy. Trying to jump over a rope. I got my skin, it's irritating now, and I'm probably gonna have an infection. I'm probably gonna die. I'm joking. I'm not gonna finish this. I forgot the lyrics. Surprise me, I bet. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Me soon. Like me, Jew me. You can never sue me. You can never break me. What I say is that they don't really care about us. Bye guys, my second out. Love you guys.